It's fairy blessing time. Because it's, oh, I just saw one. Um, it's next week again. And so here I am. I've got blessing to do an unfortunate geisha. And I just recently learned what that word is. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I know all the stuffs, because I don't. So it's Geis. It's geisha. It's a Celtic word. And yeah, we're going to get into what it means when I do the reading. So here we go. This blessing will help undo the impact of an unfortunate pattern within your life. Geisha is what the Celts believed we were born with, a theme or a story that would be told over and over in our lives, gifted to us by the goddess Arianrod, often seen as a curse rather than a blessing. So when we have these patterns, these raveled up bits of our life that we seem to get caught up in and tangled within, like a web we keep getting pulled into, the fairy can help us unravel it and come to a kind of peace with it. It does not mean we will no longer have that pattern or frailty, but we will be less hurt and harmed by it. For we all have our challenges, and it is how we deal with the challenges and the blessings we make of them that matters. The fairies can assist us in lightening up regarding our challenges. They can help us find a pathway that is less rocky and thorny and come into relationship with our own themes and stories. In this way, we come to a self-understanding and acceptance, and in that, we begin to activate the power within our story and our geisha. And with that, the fairies know that their gift to you of undoing the unfortunate geisha is done. Be uplifted, for we all have our story and challenge, and we all have our troubles to face. And with this gift comes the way through to making the very most of what could be considered unfortunate. You will, with the blessing of the fairies and your own courage and spirit, make it through to the other side, which is understanding. This is a blessing for all of us, and that's myself included, and it's feels very on time, at least for me, especially like these last few months, last few years. I've been very much revisiting a lot of past hurt, a lot of traumas, and recognizing the general theme within all of them, and indeed coming to understand the lessons that are within them, where they come from, where I come from, what I can take from that, and how I can use all of that to heal. And sometimes the best way to heal is just to let all of what happened be exactly as it happened. And knowing that we can't go back and change any of it, but what we do have the power to change is our perception and what we take from these experiences and how we treat ourselves after these experiences, whether we were a victim in a matter or whether we hurt someone else or both. And choosing to be kind and gentle to ourselves and loving ourselves for everything that we are, for who we are, and knowing who we are and why we are who we are, and choosing to create a deeper vision that comes from our hearts. A vision that is given from a divine being. And knowing that that divine being is our own self. It's our own higher self. I think this is a beautiful card representing this fairy that is in a very low, hurt place. And then this fairy who seems to have more abundance comes to touch this fairy, giving them more of that positive energy. And one important thing is that when they're opening themselves up to this, they could have denied this and just been like, no, I choose to just be with this hurt and just I choose to just keep like torturing myself and keep suffering. But they chose to let it in. They chose to let that energy in to help themselves. But something that I think we can all get wrapped up in is this idea of like putting too much energy in trying to attract like our knight in shining armor. Oh, there's a moth on my ceiling. I love moths. Okay, but like trying to attract our knight. My phone ran out of battery. But you know, we can sometimes think that we're just like this tiny little frail little being that is waiting for that big strong character to come in and save the day and like change our lives. But something I'm realizing is that, you know, it's great if that happens. But I think what's more important is to realize that you need to be that person for yourself. And that's what I've been realizing, is that I am needing to be that person for myself. And maybe that's what some of you need as well. And maybe that's part of what this blessing of the fairies is bringing to you and to all of us right now, is to undo those patterns that we all can have around keeping ourselves shackled to old thought patterns, keeping ourselves shackled by past traumas, past hurts, by things that people said to us, things that we say to ourselves every day, and giving us this opportunity to be free. And like, you know, that's you. It's when somebody gives you something, it's great to receive that gift, but you can't receive the gift if you're not receiving it. Like if you're not open to it, if you're not being like, yes, please give me this gift. Thank you so much for giving me this gift, and being grateful and thankful for that gift, instead of just taking it for granted and then just doing nothing with it and choosing to just perpetuate your suffering, you know? So, yeah. Just let this blessing move through your body and undo all of these blockages right now, as I'm choosing to do with myself. And if I can do it, you can do it. And I love you.